Hi guys, I'm Dixon with Golf Channel NBC Sports. I'm also very honored to be an investor in Sportsbox and a huge fan of this incredible brand. Everybody at the team is life-changing for me, but life-changing for a lot of golf instructors like yourself. Sean Foley, golf instructor extraordinaire. You are so well-versed in this brand. It's really been revolutionary for the golf industry. Can you just speak to, ever since Sportsbox launched, the ripples that you've been able to witness in the technology coming into the space?
Yeah, I think, first off is as long as I've been in the industry for 30 years and I've had many opportunities, Sportsbox is the first company I've ever invested my own money in. So that's like so much so to the point that when I said to my wife I wanted to do it, she said okay right away because she's never heard me say that before. And so obviously, one, the technology, second to none, and then two, the people behind it. So, that's what you're investing in. And so, to be honest with you, from the beginning of it to where it's at now, I've been incredibly impressed with just how it keeps getting better and better and better. So I'm really glad that I invested in this fantastic product.
If you were a coach just getting into the business, trying to find your footing, what is a way that Sportsbox can kind of give you that edge and really help you help your students?
Yeah, I think, for young coaches and coaches in the business, one of the most important things I did was invest in myself. And so, what I hear from coaches is that, technology is expensive. But I was probably $25,000 in debt when I bought my TrackMan. So I just knew that if I could learn how to use this device, it would give me answers and clues to, how to build my business better. So, one of the things that we say at Sportsbox is, why guess when you can measure? And, using video cameras and things like that, that can be helpful, but this lets you see under the hood. And then the thing that attracted me to Sportsbox was that I've used 3D for a long time, but I've typically consulted PhDs to do that for me. And just the whole process to take 40 minutes to get ready before you hit a shot, and we're inside a building, which is nothing like golf. I was always concerned that the information in a different environment would be slightly different. So I've had the ability now to, in a tournament, is like get a video of my player like in a tournament. And that's a great place to be able to operate from because on the range, there's no fear, there's no stimulus, there's no nothing. So on the course, you see, I couldn't do that with anything else, and there's nothing else that can actually do that. So, knowledge is power. Wisdom comes with time. You can't download the Wisdom app. You got to go through it to get to it. But knowledge itself can be learned and is power. And, with golf in a boom, with society moving into AI in every different aspect, the fact that Sportsbox was a pioneer and a front runner in it is fantastic.
Speaking of being on the course, what are you hearing from players as they get more and more data and analytics driven as they try to apply those sorts of things to their golf swings to, the margins are so thin at this level to get better. So what do you hear from players and their experiences with Sportsbox?
Well, I mean, for most of my players, they don't need to be smarter to be better. So I use it more as a tool. I hardly will ever share it with them unless it's the right player. But there are players who use it on their own, and they're more self-coached. And so I'll give you an example like that I would never have ever been able to figure out. In fairway bunkers, Cameron Champ's spin rate goes up and Danny Willett's spin rate goes down. And so when I watched how they were playing fairway bunker shots, without the data of seeing like where the pelvis was moving was so different versus when they were on the ground. So it gave us the ability to adjust for that. I would not have come up with that solution any other way. So I think the ability that you can use it in real time, in the real environment, and you might not be able to use it during a tournament. Obviously, like I can't share it with them during a tournament. But when we're on the golf course and it's Tuesday or Wednesday and the wind's blowing or it's raining, it just gives you options to be able to measure things in real environments. Whereas 3D before was very lab-based. And you know what? I make the prettiest swings ever into a net. Right? I'm not saying it's not a place to like learn how to swing, but if I got paid in the net, I'd have more money than Jeff Bezos, but I'm paid on Sunday, so I don't.